So sorry, I have cold, so my voice may not be clear as it should be. But basically, this video is just what I've been thinking, and so often of the times I wonder what goes like about boys. So and then I wonder like, is what happening in the world is really how it should be? Is it really that way? Like, I don't think it is, because okay, so it's something like this. Goes like boys who are tall, goes like boys who have jawline, goes like boys who are wealthy, who are rich, and goes like boys who can afford them shit that they want, okay? So basically, and I'm not saying any of these things is wrong, because it's like, if a boy has these things, and it's cool, like it's good that he has all these things, but then I wonder, like, what is exactly love then? Is love not that feeling, that warm feeling that we feel inside sometimes for the other person, and which makes us even do things that we wouldn't normally do? Like, say for example, if there's an introvert who doesn't really like to go out, to be open in front of people, to talk to them, who doesn't like to give their time, but if the same introvert person is doing those things, who is going out, being open to a girl, compromising, although he doesn't really like to be out, if that person is actually not sacrificing all of his me time, but compromising a little bit of it, and is willing to go out and goes out just because he knows that that thing is also important and it's worth it, so it needs to be done. And a person who, I think in today's world, I hear, like, I've heard a lot of music, I've seen movies, I think love is just considered same as lust, because they don't really know what is love, because love is that feeling in which you, rather than get, like, willing to get and obtain something, you're actually willing to give, willing to compromise, willing to sacrifice, willing to be what you've never been, willing to change yourself. And that is love, I think. But now in today's world, it's just all about, I think it's just lust. People just consider these things, and that's not to say that love does not involve sexuality and stuff, but I think still, that's the thing, those two things are not the same, because making love is different, and like being in love is different. That's what I think. And I see weird things are being followed around the world, like how people considers like casual thing that they call normal is not. It's really stupid. It should not be done. You're just indulging in a sense pleasure without thinking. I don't know, it's not the right thing to do. And then I think about girls, that when they see things in boys that they've inherited most of the time, most of the things, and but they still do not really consciously able to see what those other things are in the other boys, those boys who may not be as handsome, who may not have this blade-like jawline, who may not be tall, who may not have the face that looks good with every fucking hairstyle, but still are able to do stuff, who are not really brave, but they can be brave if it's for her, you know, because that love is actually making that person do these things. I don't I don't know, but I don't think you people see, but it's such a big thing. Love can make people do so many things that they shouldn't be doing. It just has that power. But girls don't see that, and I'm not really spreading hateful girls here. I know that they're the strongest people on earth. Our mothers are female. We know, like I know what Indian middle class mother goes through on daily basis. I know what the thing is like, you know. They're the strongest people, and I sometimes also think, and you don't really have to think the same, but I think that things that women go through, I don't think men can ever go through the same things. They have their own struggles, different struggles, but I don't think it's the same as women. They're just really strong, and yeah, they should be respected. But I wonder nowadays about these things, the way things are happening, and I just don't agree with things. And I know that there's this impulse always, there's this thought that comes into the mind that let's just be the part of the herd, let's just do the same thing, and let's just do the same thing that they are doing, just to feel accepted, and just to feel one of them, just to feel not bad. But it's just something that I think that being right is always better than being wrong. And the God has given us this heart, which has this main function to obviously keep us alive, but also its function is to make us feel things like, you know, how we feel sometimes guilty, how we sometimes feel bad. We feel these things so that we wouldn't do bad things in the future, because in return those things actually make us feel bad. So we have to hear those messages, we have to hear those things. You know, we've got this heart. It does not really have only one function. It has really great functions other than that. So please listen to your heart and hear the things that it's trying to say, and yeah, do what you want.